addressing what has been ailing Kenya as a nation. It will be one way of making us belong to one another, have that sense of belonging, of which Kenyans after elections they don't have. People do a lot of funny things. We don't want about that. You see in countries in Arabic world, we have kings, we have what, and if it is serving them well, they have accepted it. There is no issue of democracy when elections will come on and so on. I was trying to advise Ugandans, my friends Ugandans, that they must continue supporting Museveni.
Why?
Because if there is peace in Uganda, why do they want to change leaders and then they continue fighting, having refugees time and again, crossing over to Kenya and so on?
Don't forget, he's been there.
If that leader is keeping them well, let them continue supporting him for the benefit of the country.
33 years later.
So many world over. Let me tell you, Makele now. Makele has been a chancellor of Germany for how long?
Yeah, at least what? More than 10 years?
Not more than 10 years, more than 20 years. If it was in Africa, people would be making a lot of noise. Makele has been there for more, go and check. She has been there for more than 20 years. If it was here in Africa,
it would be a dictator.
You know,
okay, but listen,
politics must be based on culture and traditions of the people.
Okay,
our culture is a bad culture.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Why?
Because people, after elections, people must fight. And if that is the case, why can't we look for a cure? And a cure is in the constitution.
Okay, so one of the people who said they're not interested in being president or being in charge next round is President Kenyatta. He wants to go home. He's not interested.
Let me tell you, Kenyatta didn't elect himself. He was elected by the people. And he cannot make a decision for himself. People will make a decision for him. He's our leader. And if where he comes from, say we have about 6 slots, and they come with him saying, our slot, we are giving it to President Kenyatta, he will do very little. See, in 1992, when we removed Section 2A in our constitution, and we amended our constitution, we had a new constitution, President Moi had to serve 10 years. Even after amendments of BBI, Kenyatta can say he still wants to be a president. It will be a new outfit. It will be a new constitution.
But you yourself have constantly said he's too young to retire. You said it.
Absolutely. Do you know why?
Why?
If a young man has money and has connections and he can move, he can give you a lot of problems. That is why a place for him must be sought out. He will give people a lot of problems because he has connections. President Kenyatta now has local and international connections. Do you think when he retires, he'll just go at Katunda and sit there, sitting like this, watching things going this way and that way, paying taxes?
Yeah. President Kibaki retired?
Yeah, because of the age he accepted his retirement.
Oh.
President Moi, because of the age he accepted his retirement.
Yeah. Okay. Deputy President William Ruto is moneyed, is powerful, has connections.
Yeah. And do you see how he's moving?
He's moving fast.
Yeah, because of what? Money is in the head, power is in the head, everything is in the head, the movement is in the head. When he wants to move, you see how... It's unfortunate. If he had a good advisor, he would have been the president.
You think he has bad advisors?
Absolutely. How do you go to a meeting? The president is sitting here, the head of state, and you are articulating the policies of the government. What will he say when he stands up? What do you think he's thinking? The one who is sitting down. And when President Kibaki was going, this sword, a symbol of national unity and protection of a nation, was given to Uhuru Kenyatta. By Karangi, if you know Karangi. Karangi is my chairman at NSSF.
Correct.
He's the one who handed over to Kibaki to hand it over to Uhuru Kenyatta. And a president is a president. He might be weak. Don't think since he's weak, he doesn't understand so many things in the government, and you understand them with all those projects that are to be put in place, is you to articulate. This is the man. If he had advisor would tell him, my friend, when the president is sitting, just welcome him, let him talk.
The way Moi used to do it.
Absolutely. Where he is not, you see, let him talk. And if he tries to mention your name, stand up like this. I was with him in the funeral somewhere.
Yes.
With President Uhuru Kenyatta. And I'm older than him. I'm an elder. But when he started talking, he mentioned, let me tell you something about Francis ATWOLI. I stood up immediately.
Why?
Yeah?
Why?
He's the symbol of the national unity. I don't know what he wants to say. Because he must stand up and say, this is ATWOLI here, where are police officers? Can you know, he has all those powers.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that, what standing up could be a sign of sycophancy.
Not sycophancy.
Yes.
It's a respect to a symbol of
No,
national unity.
Moi used to do that. People used to stand up because they were so scared of him.
Not scared. When we give you a position, that position must be respected. It's not your position. The position of leadership belongs to people. Everybody in Kenya would have been a president. I would have loved also to be a president. But God picks only one person to lead you. Mm. And that person who has been chosen by him to lead you is the person people voted for. It's a sign of respect to the leadership.
And you
have gone to Japan.
Oh, yeah.
Have you been to Japan?
Oh, yes.
Japanese, when they see you after the Hiroshima issue,
everyone's bowing down. Everyone's bowing down. Yeah. You don't know when to stop bowing.
And it's not,
they're saying hello. They're bowing.
Yeah.
Arigato. Domo arigato. Domo.
Absolutely. Yeah. That is a symbol of peace and unity.
And they were bombed during World War II in Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Absolutely. They knew how a war can destroy a nation.
So you think the people around the president disrespect him?
Some, yes, of course. Some mostly do that. Because, first of all, the team around him, some don't know amongst you people who can help him. And some also are bought by his enemies to make sure you, Jeff Koinange, who has something good for this country, cannot move close to the president. Mm. Those who are around him, they are bought by president's enemies. Yeah. That if Koinange is seeking an appointment with His Excellency the President, don't allow him to see him. Mm.
And they'll make sure.
Yeah. Because you are going to expose them. So those people who are around him, they are also doing business. Mm. This is a funny country.
It's insecure people.
Yeah, insecure people. Insecure people. Yeah.
And they think you're going to spoil for them.
Absolutely. If you move close, like sometimes back during the first tenure of the president, the first term, when you make an appointment, because my position allows me to see the president.
Yes.
I'm leading 4 million Kenyan workers. And some people, you know, they call me names. Some, they call me names of which are unbelievable.
And you couldn't see the president?
Some can say, ATWOLI is idiot, ATWOLI talks too much. Some even sends me messages saying, oh, you know, they don't know. Somebody leading 4 million Kenyans. It's not a simple person in any given nation.
So that you couldn't see the president? You couldn't get an appointment?
No, when you get an appointment to see the president, you will see somebody who is insecure is already also coming there. You ask yourself, how did this guy know I'm going to see the president? Yeah. He's already there. He wants to hear what you want to tell the head of state. You know?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be like that.
No.
And this is allowed by those people who are around His Excellency the President.
All right, SG, let me take a break, come back and talk about our debt ceiling. There was a call the other day to raise it to 9 trillion from 5.8. Are we borrowing too much?
Absolutely.
Are we borrowing too much?
Too much.
And also, kazi kwa vijana, pesa kwa wazee, youth unemployment. I mean, it's gonna blow at some point.
But I've said here time again, maybe even before we come back, let me tell you, people need to think. A nation is just like you and your family. If you don't think, if you don't make right decisions, your people will languish in poverty. And I've said here time and again, I have told the Kenyans that poverty is a concept. People go to the market just to buy poverty as you go and say, you want this glass here. Nobody was born by God or made by God to be poor. Or no nation was made to be poor. If nations were to be poor, Dubai would be a poor person.
It would be a desert.
Because it's in the desert. Israel
Yeah.
Yeah. Egypt. It is ineptness. It's, you know, it's a ceiling. People put ceiling in their thinking. And then when you do like that, you accept you are poor.
Or maybe they want to keep their people poor so that they can rely...
No, it is not like that.
Yes, it is.
I don't believe it is
yes,
like
it
that.
is.
It isn't. It is because we can't make right decisions. If you see the conflicting decisions Kenyans make, particularly Kenyan leaders, how do you start campaigning immediately after election? You start campaigning
immediately after
election
is 5 years away.
5 years ago. You are a misplaced leader. You are a illogical leader. You are not. You are a illegal leader. Because a true leader, immediately after elections, you have mandate. If you had manifesto of your party, if you had some promises you made to the people, you come down and sit with economists. You have a team of economists, a team of lawyers, a team of entrepreneurs, and you come up with a strategic plan that will create employment. Let me tell you, Kibaki in 2002, when he took over government, we in Kano, because I'm Kano, we had run down economy. We were at minus 2% of our total GDP.
Yes.
At that time, minus. But after 3 years, that is 2005,
yes,
banks were hawking. Were going to offices on a pay slip, you get money. And my small Huisero, small house I did put up in Huisero.
How small?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was on a pay slip from Barclays Bank.
And the economy grew to 7.1.
When we went fighting, we were at 7.1.
Correct.
It is just a question of things. And you know why Kibaki managed that?
Tell me.
At 5, Kibaki has closed business, government business. He goes to his house.
5 p.m.?
Yeah, 5 p.m. No brokerage, no people brokering around.
And here?
I don't know. I don't go there regularly.
Okay.
But I don't know what happens there.
Oh.
But I think in this second term of President Uhuru is alert. It's very much alert. This is second term.
Yeah.
But the first term was horrible. To speak the truth.
It was a field day.
Let me tell you, Jeff.
Tell me.
Listen to me, Jeff.
I'm listening.
The truth is God. He who dwells in truth, he who lives in truth, he who speaks the truth is with God. And he will never defeat him. The truth is that the first term of President Uhuru Kenyatta was marred with a lot of malpractices in the system. We would have not been where we are today. This second term of his, he's alert. And he's now walking alone and listening to his advisors. I listened to his speech on Mashujaa Day.
Yeah.
That was a speech, a real speech from a head of state.
On that speech.
It was a true speech from a head of state.
What took so long?
I listened to it properly detailed, and the president was not repeating himself. And it had a lot of references.
Speaking of references, we're going to take a break, come back and talk some more, SG. We'll talk some more. Politics, state of the nation. You still haven't said, BB, is there a referendum next year?
There is a referendum, or Parliament will do it. If there will be no referendum, then Parliament will do it as per the requirement of the Constitution.
Wow. Keep tweeting at Koinange Jeff, at Citizen TV Kenya. The hashtag is JK Live. My goodness, this man, he's spewing. Babu, we know. I'll read your tweets, messages after the break. Back in a moment. I'm also tossing my phone by mistake.